What is going on, everybody? It is your boy Baddog back with another New York Giants mock draft. And this one, I'm only going to go 6 rounds, guys, because this is the players that I want the New York Giants to take, or, you know, at least in that area, that these are guys I'm looking at in the first 6 rounds. I didn't do a 7th round in this mock, particularly because once you get to the 7th round, is there really a particular player that I covet or somebody that I'm like, oh, we got to have this guy at 247? There really isn't. At that point, I just want them to take the best players available, or the fastest players available, or the best athletes, whatever. There's really not going to be somebody I'm targeting in the 7th round. So I only did 6 rounds in this draft. And let's get it started. And again, these are players that I want the Giants to take. I know in the last couple of drafts, or the last couple of mock drafts, rather, that I had the Giants taking linemen in the first rounds. And guys are like, I thought you wanted Simmons. I thought you wanted Simmons. And I said, yes, I do want Isaiah Simmons. But these are who I thought that the Giants may take. These are the players that I want them to take as far as like the first 6 rounds going. Now, there are some players in here that I do want, that I did have the Giants, in the mock draft taking later in the draft. But let's get into it right now. And again, I have the same thing that I had in my last mock draft. I have a trade with the Los Angeles Chargers. You know, the Giants giving up number 4, number 110, and number 238 in order to acquire number 6 and number 37 from the Chargers. So I do have that trade. That's something that I do want them to do, because no matter what, I feel like the Giants can still get the player they want, figuring Miami and Los Angeles are going to go quarterback, and it gives us an extra 2nd round pick. So without further ado, first overall pick for the New York Giants, number 6 from Los Angeles, linebacker Isaiah Simmons out of Clemson. I've made no bones about this. This is the guy that I want. And I know a lot of guys get on my case about that, because, as I said, the fan base is split 50-50. You take Isaiah Simmons, guys are like, what, you don't want to protect Daniel Jones? And that's the farthest thing from the truth. But you can put those 4 linemen in a hat and pick one out. Well, maybe Becton's a little off the other 3. You could put Wills, Wirfs, and Thomas in a hat, pick one out, and you can't lose. They really don't separate themselves from one another, because they're all pretty good linemen, right? They're all pretty good prospects. There's only one Isaiah Simmons in this draft. This guy is special. 6'4", 230 pounds, 4'3", 940. Just an absolute stud, an absolute, just, he wreaks havoc all over the field. He plays 3 levels of defense. He can pass cover. He can pass rush. He can, stop the running back. He had 104 tackles, 8 sacks, 3 picks, 8 passes defense, and 16.5 tackles for a loss at Clemson last year. The guy is a special player, and I've talked about this before. Not only will it stop the tight ends from tearing us up in the middle of the field, his closing speed on slant patterns will allow us to get off the field on 3rd down. His ability to spy the quarterback, like on a 3rd and 5, where guys like Dak Prescott, Carson Wentz, they can run for first downs with their feet, with their legs. A guy like Isaiah Simmons can chew up the ground. The great closing speed will stop these guys before they get to the first down marker. I love Isaiah Simmons for the simple fact that this guy can get us off the field on 3rd down. The Giants are one of the worst teams in defense on 3rd down last year. We were the 3rd worst team in defense all told last year. And I know guys are like, don't you want to develop Daniel Jones? It takes more than a left tackle to develop Daniel Jones, guys. Daniel Jones has to develop on his own too. Yes, I want to protect the young quarterback, but I am still an old school guy. I'll always be an old school guy, and I always think that defense wins championships. I love Isaiah Simmons. I want Isaiah Simmons at number 6. This is the best case scenario for the Giants. Please give me him at number 6. At number 36, center Cesar Ruiz. I've also said that I really want this as well. Cesar Ruiz out of Michigan, 6'3", 307 pounds. One of the best rated centers in the draft. He can pass block. He can run block. He's very solid at the center position. And again, if we're going to go offensive line, I don't want the 7th best left tackle in the draft at 36. Give me one of the best centers, if not the best center in the draft, in Cesar Ruiz. I feel like the Giants need a left tackle and a center. Now, both mocks I did before this had us taking a left tackle and a center. And again, guys, if we go that route, I will not be mad. I just prefer Isaiah Simmons. But I really like Cesar Ruiz at 36 because, again, if you're going to shore up the offensive line, take the best you can get. Don't take the 7th best and think that he's going to be, serviceable. If you're going left tackle, you want the best left tackle. If you're going center, you want the best center. I think Cesar Ruiz is the best center in this draft. And if he's there at 36, the New York Giants need to take him. 37, I kind of changed here. I've been a Grant Delpit guy, most of this draft, but the more I looked at him, the more I watch the film, I'm losing it for Grant Delpit. I don't really, I'm not really feeling it for Grant Delpit. So when I first did this, I was going to go Grant Delpit, and I didn't. I went in a different direction. And I went that I would like the Giants to take defensive end Yetur Gross-Matos out of Penn State, 6'5", 265, projected 4.73, 40, 40 tackles, 9.5 sacks. That's last year. And he also lost some sack production because he was moved to nose tackle. He played 5 technique and in containment. So he actually lost sack production because they moved him to the nose tackle position. Now, he did get in trouble for a hazing incident at Penn State. I don't think that's going to hurt his draft stock. I mean, that is what it is. I don't think that would deter the Giants from going after him. He's also a great run stopper. But if you want that edge rusher, the Giants, fan bases have talked about get the edge. We need the edge rusher. We need the edge rusher. Yes, Chase Young's not going to fall to us. But if we can get you to Gross-Matos at 37, now you got your linebacker, now you got your edge rusher, and you got your center. I think this is a great way for the New York Giants to go as far as these first 3 picks go. Because, again, guys, I am a defensive guy, so you have to bear with me. I know you're going to get the offensive line, Baddog. I get that, but I'm a defensive guy, so this is what I want. I want defense back in New York in the worst way. So give me the edge rusher, Yetur Gross-Matos, our 37th pick from Los Angeles, to come in here and get some, rush off the edge, because I feel like Gross-Matos and Simmons could be a great duo for years to come. Third round, number 99, I had him in my last mock draft, and again, I don't know if he'll fall this far, but I want Michael Pittman out of USC. Now, I know I made a video saying I really wouldn't want to take a wide receiver any earlier than the 4th round. I know I've said that, but, this trade allows us to have 2 second-round picks. So legitimately, this is a 4th-round pick, if you will. This is our 4th pick in the draft. And if Michael Pittman is there at 99, it's an absolute steal. There's no doubt about that. A huge receiver at 6'3", 219, 4'5", 240, so pretty decent speed, 101 catches, 1,275 yards, 11 touchdowns at USC last year. A lot of Giants fans love this guy, myself included. I feel like if we could get Pittman at 99, it's an absolute steal. Then you got your big receiver to go opposite of Slayton, and you got your 2 slot guys in Shepard and Golden Tate, although Tate can play the outside, so can Shepard, but I feel like they're more valuable as slot receivers, especially Sterling Shepard. I'd like to see Sterling Shepard play in the slot a lot more this season for the New York Giants, but I think Michael Pittman would be a really nice addition, a good size receiver on the outside for Daniel Jones to throw to. Give me Michael Pittman at USC. Now, these other 2 guys, I believe, were in my mock draft last time. I may have had the 5th round pick in the first mock. I like safety Jordan Fuller out of OSU. He's a smaller safety at 6'2", 203, but he's pretty damn good in the 5th round, 4.67 40. So that's a slower 40 time for a safety. But when you get into the 5th round, man, your safeties aren't running 4.3s and 4.4s. They're just not. I feel like he's the best available safety at this point. We do need a safety of some sort. Now, he's not going to start. He would be a backup at this point, obviously. 62 tackles, 2 picks, 4 passes defensed. And again, slow 40 time for a safety and a bit undersized at 6'2", 203. Not his height so much as his weight, but, these guys are young. They can definitely put on 10 to 15 pounds. You kind of worry that they may slow them down a little bit. Who knows? But Jordan Fuller could definitely put on a little size there. They talk about that with Isaiah Simmons. Hey, he's a small linebacker. He's not small as far as height goes, weight 230, but he could definitely put on weight. And the game has changed. Just go back to Isaiah Simmons real quick. There was a guy by the name of Jack Lambert that played for the Steelers. He was 6'5", 218, so it's not like he was a big linebacker. Jack Lambert ended up being pretty good. So I don't worry about the size too much as far as these guys go, especially as safety as far as his weight goes. But Jordan Fuller at 150, I like that pick. I would definitely take him to kind of give us some safety depth there, without a doubt. And then 183, the 6th round pick. Now, I've really fallen in love with this kid, running back Anthony McFarland out of Maryland. I watched a lot of film on him. I really like him. I think this is a really good pick in the 6th round, man. I've seen some mocks projecting him to go to the 7th round, but I'm telling you, man, he's a patient runner. He cuts pretty quick, and that 4.44 speed could really, really help out the Giants at this point. Again, 5'8", 208, so he's not tall, but he is a strong running back for sure. A great change of pace back for Saquon Barkley. I really, really like Anthony McFarland a lot. He had 614 yards and 8 touchdowns last season. He averaged 5.4 yards a carry. He also had 17 receptions and a touchdown. But in 2018, he had an even better season. He had 1,034 yards and averaged almost 8 yards a carry in 2018. This is a guy that could come in and spell Saquon Barkley and hit a home run for you at any point with that good speed. And again, he can, receive out of the backfield. And at 208 pounds, obviously he could pick up a block. It doesn't really matter his height at that point. You're just looking for leverage. And 5'8", 208 is pretty put together. But I really like Anthony McFarland as a deep round sleeper. And I think that the Giants would be good, would be well suited to take him at 183. Without a doubt. So there you go, guys. Isaiah Simmons, Cesar Ruiz, Yetur Gross-Matos, Michael Pittman, Jordan Fuller, Anthony McFarland. That is my 6th-round mock. Those are the guys that I would like the New York Giants to take in this draft. I'm sure there will be people that disagree with me, and that's okay. We can disagree on the draft picks all we want. I know at the end of the day, all Giants fans want the same thing, and that is to turn this team around. But I feel like these are the positions we need the most. And, well, maybe not the running back so much. I just like Anthony McFarland at 183 a lot. But, that's what I got for this video. Again, I do plan on doing a couple more of these. I'm going to do one where the Giants trade with the Jags and with the Raiders. We'll do a couple mock drafts like that. And, again, I'll work on a first-round mock this weekend. So I do plan on having Ed Oliver on the channel tonight. I don't know if he's gotten back to me. I got to check my DMs on Twitter. But I do plan on having Ed Oliver and being live at 8 o'clock tonight. So I hope to see you all there. Until next time, guys, it's a bad diggity dizzle. Enjoy the rest of your Thursday. And I am gone. Peace!